Hey everybody, JT here, and today I've got two things of news that I wanted to talk about. So let's start with the first one. It's going to be the next Community Day. It's going to take place Sunday, April 15th, and it's going to be the same time zone, or times that we've had before, so, you know, nothing too crazy there. And this time the Pokemon is going to be Mareep, which I, for one, am actually very excited about. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of upset about this because they were really thinking it was Charmander, and, you know, I also really wished it was Charmander. Trust me, I want that shiny Charizard real bad. But, you know, shiny Mareep is actually kind of cool, so I'm not all that disappointed with this. Also, we don't know what the move's going to be. Well, when you evolve one up to an Ampharos during the event, it's going to give you a special move. So, who knows? Maybe we'll get something that's, like, really good for the meta, and, you know, this will suddenly be something you really want. And now think about this, though. With shiny Mareep comes shiny Flaffy, then shiny Ampharos. But then when Gen 6 comes out in 25 years, we'll also get Mega Ampharos. And if you get a really good one, this could be, like, an incredibly good Pokemon to have. So, you know, I understand some of the hate right now, but just think about the future and what it could bring. But yeah, during this event, we're going to be getting special things like 3-hour lures, like usual. It's only going to last about 3 hours. But this next one's really neat. Instead of getting double XP or double Stardust, which is always nice, we're getting something really cool. Each egg is only a quarter of the distance to hatch, which means that 2Ks are now 0.5, 5Ks are, I want to say, like, I forget the math on that one, but 10Ks are 0.2 or 2.5, which is really cool. And yeah, that's awesome. Now, that's only with a normal incubator. What if you save some of these super incubators? Now this, like, a 2K egg that comes in a super incubator usually takes 1.3 instead to hatch, but now you turn that into a quarter of that. That's pretty crazy. That's turning that into a maybe 0.25 kilometer egg, which means, like, walk down the block and you've hatched your egg. So I'm going to save some of those super incubators from this event right now, and hopefully we'll hatch something good during that event. But if it's anything like this current extravaganza event, I'm not going to hold my breath. Anyways, I'm excited about this. Also, it's interesting that this one's taking place in the middle of the month. Usually they take these events and they put them at the end of the month. So, you know, I'm not complaining. You know, shiny Mareep right away seems pretty nice. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And now for the second part of the news, we are finally getting quests in Pokemon Go, which I am super excited for. I've been wanting something like this for a long time now. Like, it's fun to make personal quests for yourself, you know, like, oh, today I want to get to a certain amount of EXP, or I want to get to a certain, or get a certain amount of Pokemon today. But now, we're getting actual quests that will give us rewards. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, trainers, it's time to conduct important Pokemon research. And then we have Professor Willow with Pikachu on his shoulder, and if you look behind him, there's a Mew there. Now, I know I'm a little bit late on this, but whatever, you know, might as well. Better late than never, right? So let's start. Trainers, a series of mysterious happenings is occurring all over the world, and Professor Willow is seeking trainers to help him find out if this is connected to the mythical Pokemon Mew. Super excited. These research tasks will become available to trainers around the world later this week. And so, after all this time, I know that it's actually going to be this Friday, so I believe it's April, or not even April, it's March 30th. So, I'm really excited for this. Like, I'm going to get geared up, I'm going to get out there and start, like, grinding as hard as I can and see how close I can to get to Mew on the first day. There are two different types of research you contribute to, field research and special research. Gather a field research task by spending nearby Pokestops, which will give you objectives that include discovering and catching certain Pokemon or engaging with battles, among other things. Special research may be requested by Professor Willow himself and will take you on a journey to make important discoveries. Both types of research offer great rewards, including a variety of useful items and even encounters with certain Pokemon. You can complete as many research tasks as you want every day, leading to a full day of adventures. These tasks will also have different levels of difficulty, so the more challenging the research task is, the greater the reward is waiting for you. So yeah, that's great. So there were some developer notes that were released later by Niantic, which which kind of revealed a few of the quests, which was kind of fun. Like, some will just be catch a certain amount of Pokemon, and you get a low amount for that, because obviously we catch Pokemon every day. It's not hard to do. But then there's also one that they specifically mentioned in their developer patch notes, which were, one of them was get 3 great throws in a row. Now, for me, it's not that hard to do if I have the right Pokemon to do it with. I do very well at catching, like, when we have Heracrosses around here. Getting a great throw on one of those is easy, or maybe a Spheal, or something with a big target, but anything with a small target could really ruin that. So, like, it's a fun little challenge. It's not impossible, but it's doable. And maybe there is even more complicated ones, like get 5 Excellence in a row, which I don't think I could do that. I mean, I know there's a lot of you hardcore players out there that probably could, especially Ivan, if you're watching this. I'm sure you got that. But yeah, like, this is going to be a pretty fun and entertaining system. So, let's see what else we got here. You can earn 1 stamp per day by completing at least 1 field research task, and when you obtain 7 stamps, you can achieve a research breakthrough to receive even greater rewards. You may even have an encounter with a legendary Pokemon. Now, that's awesome. I like that idea of, like, imagine if you quit for just 1 day of playing Pokemon so you can line it up correctly. You can get your 7th day streak, 7th day catch, and 7th stamp all in 1 day, which means that you would also get, like, a really good Pokemon, too, like, and it could be legendary. And that doesn't mean Mew. Mew is a mythical Pokemon, completely separated from the normal legendaries. Like, everything we've seen now has been legendary, but we have not seen a mythical yet. So, yeah, just imagine if they even introduce more shinies, like, you complete your 7th day, or 7th stamp, and boom, shiny Rayquaza, which I don't know what I would do in that case. I'd probably cry a lot, but yeah, that would be fantastic. Like, I absolutely love this. And, you know, again, it gives you more of an incentive to do these quests, because you know that there's a chance of you getting a legendary Pokemon. And for people who don't do raids, who live in, like, more rural areas and don't have a group to go out with, this is fantastic. Like, now you have the opportunity to catch a legendary. And another thing, though, is there are some other Pokemon that may be, like, Salamence or, you know, Blaziken, things we can't find in the wild right now with Gen 3, for whatever reason. And maybe even unknown, which I'm not too sure of. I think they're saving this for, like, special events, but nonetheless, that is really cool, and I'm pretty down with all this. Alright, let's continue. Research Task will provide interesting challenges that will help you get better at discovering, battling, and catching Pokemon. We're excited to see your contributions to the exciting field of Pokemon research, and we can't wait to hear about the adventures you have along the way. Let's get moving. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We got the screenshots here of, let's see, there's the trainer next to the Dratini. Obviously, it's probably going with, probably has to catch, like, a Dratini or something. Like, all of these Pokemon, there's nothing really, like, different about them, you know, altogether, but I'm sure the Dratini's the goal, he's even facing it, so makes sense. Let's see here. We also have, this is a good picture right here. The research progress. We have 1 stamp for March 22nd, leading all the way up to the special box, and there's some of the challenges right here. Catch a Dragon-type Pokemon, 2 candies, win 3 gym battles. So obviously the gym battle one's easy. You're only getting 3 Hyper Potions, which, you know, you get that from a raid anyways, so. And then win 3 raids, you get looks like, it's either a fast or a charge TM, I'm not too sure. But, you know, that's kind of fun. Like, you only have to do 3 level 1 raids. But again, if you don't raid that much, you might not do this one. But it looks like there are little trash can icons next to these quests, so if you don't want to do it, and you know it's going to be like, I don't want to spend money today, get rid of the quest, and then you don't have to deal with it anymore. There's the reward box for your 7th day. You get Stardust, some mystery items. This could be really cool. You might be able to get maybe super incubators or something. I doubt it. Usually incubators are just in the store, but, you know, maybe star pieces. You know, you could get some cool stuff from this. And then the Pokemon account appears, which could be a legendary. Or, personally, I would really love to just see an unknown pop up. Like, that would be fantastic. Like, I have 19 of them, so if one of them came up that I needed, I would be down with that being my 7th day Pokemon, to be honest. And, alright, this one's cool. The Mythical Discovery Quest, which is in a different tab from the field research. It's the special research. And, yeah, spin 5 Pokestops, pretty easy. Catch 10 Pokemon, pretty easy. Transfer 5 Pokemon, pretty easy. Now, in the beginning, I was a little worried. I was like, this is really easy for a Mew quest. But this is only step 1 of 8. So, honestly, I'm really happy with this. Like, I'm sure that step 2 through 8 is going to be way harder than this, because I don't want everybody to get a Mew right away. I want this to be a challenge. Like, it's a mythical Pokemon, the first time that one of these has ever shown up. You know, let's make sure Mew isn't that easy to get, because, like, it should be like a trophy. Like, I honestly felt like all these legendaries popping up a ton, was kind of cheapening legendaries. Like, I like Mewtwo being an EX raid boss, even though the system's still not that great, because it makes it more challenging and it's a little bit rarer. Like, hearing somebody have a 100% Mewtwo is a real, like, prize to have, because you don't have that opportunity all the time. You may not get it passed for a little while, so, you know, it's kind of cool that, you know, it might take a while, it's going to be a lot of hard work and grinding, but then you can get Mew, so I'm down with that. And then last but not least, we have, ooh, Professor. How you doing, buddy? Trainer NIA, how are you? It's been a while, hasn't it? You've become quite the trainer. Oh, man. I don't know how I can deal with this. Alright, so Pokemon Go YouTubers have been retweeting this image a lot on the Apple App Store. Of course, I have Android, so I'm not seeing this on my phone, but it's really cool. It's a picture of Mew in the wild, and underneath it is a normal Pokeball, which is kind of exciting because it looks like we might be able to Golden Raspberry Ultra Ball Mew, which would be cool, but the only downside to this is that might mean that he can run away from you. And that kind of scares me. Like, imagine finally, after who knows how many hard tasks we might have to do for this thing, you find it, and then it flees. I don't know how I could handle that. Like, I would be very, very upset if that happens, so fingers crossed at least the flee rate is probably non-existent, and maybe it's, like, really easy. Like, maybe you've earned it, like a shiny Lugia or something, but yeah, like, that's kind of scary, but also really cool at the same time. Like, I like that there's the AR picture of him in the forest. It looks really neat, but yeah. I'm excited all around for this whole system. Like, it's a well-needed and well-deserved thing for us, so I'm excited, so yeah. And with that, it's going to be the end of the video. Please leave a like, comment down below. What do you feel about this quest system? Are you excited for Mew? How about Shiny Mareep? Let me know down below. And yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And also, don't forget to click that little bell notification so you know when I upload. Have a good day.